All right, I'm going to start by showing you how the site works. So this is a property management site that combines the property owners with the cleaning pros or other tradespeople, um, and assigns them tasks when there's a checkout, or when you have whatever you define or design to send them a task. It also can help property owners find any local pros in the area that may have signed up on the platform as well. So I'm logged in as an owner here, and I have connected two properties, but you can always add a property and you do not need to sync it to any other external um, calendars. You can just create your own property. I have one here that I created, and then after I created it, I did a sync with using the calendar link from Airbnb and the calendar link from booking.com and the calendar link from VRBO. From there, you can assign your team, which is by invite. So you might invite a cleaner or a landscaper, and you can get a link for them, and then they will sign up for the platform. I have a few demo people here. And from here, you can actually review them. Um, and that would be visible to other property owners who are looking for pros in that area. Here you can set the terms for this property. And by the way, you can always switch to the other properties from here. But so check in and out time, the rules for the house, so the number of guests. And you can add your own rules in there. Then you can add some optional rules if you want to have some to choose from. And then this is if you want to just include all the payment terms and that you have set up for a private booking. So this doesn't apply to any bookings that come in from other sites. This only applies if you create your own booking, and I'll show that in a minute. Over here, we have the little placeholder image, the address, and if you want to delete the property. Over on bookings, you can see all the bookings that were either brought in from Airbnb, which those ones look something simple like reserved, or the ones that I have created. And if you wanted to create a booking, you could select make one for today. Let's say it's $1,000. If you want to create some notes that are visible to your team, so the cleaners and whatnot who might be actioning on this booking, and then just some notes for yourself, you can do that. So you can save the booking, or you can save the booking and generate a contract. From here, you can add in any other details that you may have. I set up some payment terms earlier, so those are in there, and that will generate a contract. As part of that, you can save it and then send that over to the potential renter. Now, when a new owner creates an account, the contract section has a legal compliance statement that the owner needs to acknowledge. I've already acknowledged it here, but that statement is waiving hubello from the contract. It's a contract direct between the owner and whoever they're sending it to. Additionally, if you were creating your own bookings, or if not, everything that you have done or connected is available in this main master calendar. So I'll go to a month with a little bit more. So this is a reservation that's synced from Airbnb. This is one that I've created. So if you click on a date, you can click on an activity. It'll open up that activity, and it'll show you any tasks. So this one has assigned a standard clean. And those tasks, I'll jump over to that section now, come from here. So your properties will be assigned a standard rule that you can create. So this rule is after checkout at 10 o'clock, automatically assign a standard clean to this property. And you can edit the checklist within that. So when do you want it to happen? What do you want them to do? And then you can adjust your other checklists as well. So just back in the tasks there, you can see that because I created this booking, it auto-assigned a task, the same task that we just looked at, to Linda, that's who it was assigned to. And if I go in and I wanted to change it, and I'll do this so that I could show you the other side of it. So if I want to send it to this demo account, I can change who I'm assigning it to. You can save that there. And that's how the tasks work from the owner's perspective. The other thing the owner could do is find a pro. This will be something that we'll build in time, but if I wanted to find a pro near me, I've got this one test one available, and you can invite that pro to discuss. Now, Natalie Cleaner is already part of my team, but you can see here I was testing it. So it brings up your chat, and you can chat with that potential team member. And if you decide that you want to connect them to your team, there would be a button here to connect them to your team so that they can become a part of your team. And then you can assign tasks to them and all the other functions that you can do with your team members. So those team members, if you did connect with them, would all be housed here where I showed earlier. So I had already connected with Natalie Cleaner, so she's already here. But if I had connected with her by finding her, she would then become a team member. And then the chat function, which is similar to what we just saw, you can either chat by property, which is everybody that's on the team that you agree to bring to the team will be able to see the group chat, or you can have direct message conversations back and forth with members. This up here will always bring you back to sort of a dashboard of sorts. So where the OAuth comes in is when you come into properties and you go to the sync. So this top section that I showed you already is where we are grabbing the data, the calendars from the other sites. So they provide you with a link, and then this provides you connect that link through this import. You just choose the source and paste in the link that is available on those other platforms. The other thing you might want to do is sync your bookings on here. So if you've blocked some dates because you've created some private bookings, you might want to block those dates on your other calendars. So that's what this bottom section is for. And it's pretty straightforward, Airbnb, Booking.com, and quite honestly, almost all the others, where you can use the link that Hubello creates. VRBO, on the other hand, requires a Google Calendar or an iCal in a specific format. So what I've done is I've created this process to sync the calendars with Google Calendar. So, and that also allows the user to have it on their Google Calendar on their phone if they chose to. So this one was already created. So I'm going to disconnect this one. And then this is what it would look like for if you hadn't done it already. So we're going to connect to Google Calendar. It's going to ask you which account you want. I'm going to choose this one. Because it hasn't been verified, it's going to come up with this notification. And then you're going to move on and continue. And then give it a moment. From here, it will create your link that you're then going to bring over into VRBO. So there you go. Now you've got your link, and you're just going to copy that link and bring it into VRBO. So that's really the extent of it, of where I think the OAuth request is coming from, and that's pretty much it on the owner's dashboard. So from there, I thought I would show you the account. So I guess one thing I didn't show is that when you sign up for the first time, this was an existing account, but in order to sync calendars and add team members and use the functionality, the enhanced functionality of a pro, you need to create a membership, and those memberships are Stripe is the connected payment platform, and you either I'm using a code right now, so it's a free demo account, but you would either pay $10 a month or $100 a year, and that's connected through Stripe payment plans. You can change your password and change your display name, change your time zone, delete your account. And this is also, you can see our privacy policy, our terms of service, and our contact information is all there. So that is the account from a owner perspective. A property pro, they will not have a membership. Their accounts are much more simpler. They don't pay for the services. They actually, I'm going to go back in, log in as a property pro. So this is a property pro. And as you saw earlier, I assigned a task to Natalie Cleaner. And this is the Natalie Cleaner profile. So as soon as she logged in, she sees that she was assigned a task. She can choose to accept it or decline it. So we're going to accept this task. And this will tell us when it's due. And then that will add it to our list of tasks. So as a cleaner or a property pro, I have the option to join a property, which is where you would paste that link that I showed you on the owner property. I have the option to create a profile. You don't have to create a public profile, but you can. And you can edit and delete it as you wish. The profile is very simple. It's what type of work do you offer, quick little bio, and if you're looking for opportunities. Then you have a calendar tab, which is any calendars that you are connected to, any properties that you are connected to. So this pro is only connected to just the one property, but if there was multiple properties, they would have their own color of pill on the calendar. And you can also see when you have a task assigned. So this is, the main cleaner is Linda, so she gets most of the tasks, but Natalie Cleaner is a backup cleaner. So I assigned a task to her, and you can see that's the one that we assigned to her in the owner profile. She can view her tasks here in list fashion. And if she was completing a task, she would open it. She can start the task, and then she can mark that she's done everything. She can write some notes back to the owner if she wants to, add some photos, and then she can mark it as complete. Marking it as complete will send a notification back to the owner, letting them know that the task is completed. Again, she also has the chat function to have conversations on any property she's connected to or any owners that she's connected to. Or if an owner had used the Find a Pro link and started a direct chat, those would be visible here. And the same functionality, you click here and it brings you back to a pretty basic dashboard that allows you to get to all of those same locations. Cleaners also have the account profile, but theirs is just a little bit more straightforward. They don't have the ability to change their membership. Shows the properties they're connected to, and they can choose to disconnect if they like. It chooses their display name, and if they want to change their password, or if they want to delete their account entirely. Same with the privacy policy, terms of service, and contact are all here as well. So that's a Property Pros profile. There's no connecting or syncing externally. It's just in the owner profile that we are connecting to some of the other booking sites and trying to make sure that our reservations are visible, and so that people don't end up with double bookings and that sort of thing. So that's it from me. Thank you for listening to this video.